May we all assume the posture for the national anthem. St. Lucia. Warmest regards to you all, and also recognizing those present here once again. I want to welcome the various audiences present, television audience via the National Television Network, also social media via the handles Events St. Lucia, Travel St. Lucia, Caribcation, and CDF for the Facebook and YouTube platforms. Special recognition to the diaspora. We have St. Lucians in the diaspora watching from Atlanta, Canada, New York, the French territories, Florida, Georgia, and Cuba. Of course, this is a wonderful time for St. Lucia. There is so much that we have overcome, and tonight we are here for the launch of the highly anticipated premier cultural festival of St. Lucia. That is Lucian Carnival. Let me hear you say yeah. 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 That's it. At this time, I want to call on to the platform the Honorable Dr. Ernest Hilaire, so we could really set the mood in terms of the rationale and the reasons for the return of Lucian Carnival. Get settled, get comfy, everybody. Good evening, Dr. Hilaire.
Hi, good evening, and certainly a pleasure to be here tonight. So certainly looking forward to the media launch and to announce to the world the plans that we have for Carnival 2022.
Absolutely. It's a long time coming. We and the rest of the world have had to contend with quite a bit. Speak to us about the factors that led to the resumption, the return of Lucian Carnival.
I think, like you said, we certainly have had a terrible 2 years, not just St. Lucia, the entire world, with the COVID pandemic. But I believe we began to recognize that life was slowly changing, that the uncertainty and the fears we had in the early part of the pandemic was giving rise to a kind of recognition that life had to go on, that we had to learn to adapt to the realities of COVID. And we took a decision that we felt we had missed Carnival. Let's be honest, you know, after 2 years, we really miss having Carnival.
Our way of life.
And Carnival is part of our life and how we live, how we express ourselves. And we felt with the changes that were taking place, that there was an opportunity for us with the right arrangements to actually have Carnival in St. Lucia. So originally we thought of calling it Vax Mass, meaning it was only for vaccinated individuals in a very rigid and controlled environment, but still have the mass. there were so many persons involved in that sector that lost their basic livelihoods for the last 2 years. And we felt that we could put in place an arrangement and the conditions that would have us to be able to host Carnival this year. So we started our preparations. Of course, since then, a lot has changed. I think Omicron has proven to be a lot less severe than previous variants, and it's given rise to new possibilities. So we continue to evaluate the conditions that face us, and for us to be able to respond in a very pragmatic and practical and realistic way to the conditions. But we're ready for Carnival 2022. Nothing is sweeter than that.
Oh, wonderful indeed. Tell us, what can we expect for this 2022 edition of Carnival?
Again, I wish I could tell you in totality. Why? Because the conditions are still changing. When we originally thought of Carnival, we were thinking of going to the Beausejour Cricket Ground, having very managed parade, to have very few events, the minimum that we believe we could have had. We had discussions as to the size of crowds that would be allowed. It was a very restricted version and view of Carnival in 2022. The conditions continue to change, and therefore the final product is still undetermined. But that's the beauty of Carnival. You really do not know what you will get. But I can tell you, at a minimum, we'll have a very high energy and a real Lucian Carnival as we know it. We've put together a minimum program. We've put together a plan A, a plan B, as to what will happen on the 2 parade days. And I think we're going to have excitement. I cannot promise you it will be like 2019, because of course we still have the realities of COVID-19, but I can tell you St. Lucians can look forward, and the world, to a really exciting Carnival season.
Well, I will call you out on what are some of the pillar events that we can certainly know that are non-negotiable will be happening.
Well, of course, we intend to have the parade. That's the highlight, the real culmination of Carnival. But of course, we also have the big events, the Color Me Red, Family, and some of the big shows, Euphoria, that we will have. We will have some of the traditional events by some of the bands. We've taken a decision this year to have no new events. We did not want, in the challenging times, to add more to the list. So we'll have some of the traditional events we normally have. There'll be quite a few boat rides, I've noticed. Almost everybody seemed to want to have a boat ride this year. But I mean, it's going to be excitement right through. I promise revelers that we are, despite the severe limitations we will face, we'll have an exciting time.
As a member of the executive, speak to us about the socio-economic implications, benefits of this return of Carnival.
Well, I mean, Carnival is probably the largest single economic activity in St. Lucia. There are many people who argue against Carnival. They see Carnival as just bacchanal. People just want to be on the streets enjoying themselves, or just the shows. But in terms of an economic activity, Carnival is the largest single economic activity in St. Lucia. And I think we need to see that for what it is and to respect it. It's also the largest attraction for visitors to St. Lucia. July is probably our busiest month for bringing in visitors, and all because of Carnival. And of course, socially, Carnival defines us. We are who we are. We are Caribbean people, full of life, full of energy, and Carnival is part of the definition of our personality. So, you know, in terms of the economics, the cultural, social, Carnival is part of who we are, part of our identity. And I think we need to be able to say to everyone, we need Carnival. It's part of who we are, and we have to make it happen. And we will make it happen. Already, if you start checking the flights for the summer, the prices are starting to skyrocket. Check the flights to St. Lucia.
There's demand.
Already we are checking some of the properties, and they have already sold out in terms of the summer. I know the Tourism Authority and Lorraine is there, and I think Thaddeus is supposed to be somewhere here. We've been talking to Caribbean Airlines about increasing airlift into St. Lucia. We'll have good airlift out of New York. We'll have good airlift out of Miami, out of Toronto. So we're looking good in terms of airlift. We still need to do more work on the other Caribbean islands, how to get them into St. Lucia. I suspect we'll have to make a more determined effort for the small properties and home accommodation to step in. Because if all goes well, and knock on wood and the graces of God, that things continue as they are, we'll have a really, really exciting Carnival.
We've covered hospitality. Also, speak to us about the major stakeholders, the bands who are represented here tonight. If you're in the band, let me hear you say yeah. If you're in the band, let me hear you say yeah. Okay. Speak to us about, what can the bands expect? Because they've been holding their breath for tonight.
I suspect you want to put me in some trouble there. I really do not want to say too much about any band. I see Vale somewhere at the back, and I know he's going to listen carefully to what I have to say. But, I mean, the bands have had a really difficult time. It is expensive to put out a band on the road, and everybody seems to believe that the bands make so much money, and I know from experience that's not true. The band leaders will tell you at the end of every carnival season, they still have so many bills to pay. But they've had a real terrible time. They've had revelers who've paid deposits and have not been able to play mass, and therefore they need to honor those obligations. So we want, as the ministry, to be able to lend as much support as we can to them to make sure that the risk that they are taking for all of us, the economy, for the country, we can give them as much support as possible. The event producers, we want to be there for them. We want to be able to say to them, government will step in and provide extra support this year to make it happen. The Calypsonians, we can't have Carnival without Calypso. We are going to start having a serious dialogue with them and to ensure that the best arrangements are in place. We are already speaking to the different pan sides, again, to make sure that they have the house in order. So from this week, a lot of discussion and planning would really start stepping up to get ready. I've seen a couple of the bands put out some of what their costumes, their teasers, what it will look like, and it's really looking exciting. But we need to make sure that the carnival music is up front. We need to make sure that the bands are happy. We need to make sure that all the stakeholders believe that they have a ministry, they have a government that supports them. And I want them to know that we will be there to support them. Doesn't always mean we'll agree with everything, but you know you have a friend in the ministry, and you know that we will be there to give you as much support as possible.
Dr. Hilaire, what event are you most looking forward to this carnival season?
Well, Culinary is always my favorite event. Come on, I mean, but I must tell you, I've been involved in Carnival for a long time. But for me, my favorite event is always King and Queen of the Bands and Panorama. It's still my favorite. I absolutely love King and Queen of the Bands, and I'm hoping this year we can have a King and Queen of the Bands show and also Panorama. Mm-hmm. I think this year we will kind of tie in Panorama with maybe Calypso. In fact, I probably should not say so much and wait for you to unveil the calendar. But I'm really looking forward to Panorama. I think Calypso, Carnival without Pan is really not Carnival. You must have Pan music. So I'm hoping that the Pan sides can come out and really put on a real display. I'm hoping the King and Queen show will take place and we'll have enough costumes to show. The King and Queen costumes is really expensive. It's not cheap to put it on, but I'm hoping it all works out well this year.
Wonderful. Dr. the Honorable Ernest Hilaire, thank you very much for those words. Minister of Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture and Information, and Deputy Prime Minister. Thank you. Of course, speaking of highly anticipated major events for Lucian Carnival, we now invite you to take a look at these highlights of what you can expect this year. We are moving along expeditiously with hype, excitement, haste for Lucian Carnival. Our next interview this evening is the CEO at the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, Mrs. Laureen Charles-St. Jules. And it's my understanding that you've come back to St. Lucia, taken up a new post, but just in time for Lucian Carnival.
That's correct.
Speak to us about this being the first carnival to be experienced since 2019. What are some of the focus points for the St. Lucia Tourism Authority amid the announcement coming from the Ministry of Tourism?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks again, protocol being observed. Thank you for joining us this evening. On behalf of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, our role, of course, is to promote our products, to promote our tourism products. And of course, Carnival is a signature event for the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. As you stated, for us, as you noted, we were one of the first destinations to announce Carnival. And I remember saying that perhaps the minister knew something because he took a leap of faith and decided to launch St. Lucia Carnival. So, that being said, we were trusted and we had to move quickly to decide where we're going to go for Carnival. So quickly, all the teams came together and we decided, of course, what we would do. We would show ourselves as the leader, as the premier leader in showcasing Carnival. Of course, St. Lucia Carnival is always special to many. Over the years, we have had significant progress in Carnival. So it was by no mistake that we decided to launch Carnival early and to decide to come early. So what we have known is that we examined the trends as well, and we realized in all our source markets that there are a lot of travelers who were looking for events, who were happy to come back and engage in group events. So with our research department, we looked at events, destinations, we look at potential travelers who are coming back, who are willing to participate in group events. And the minister alluded to the fact that the last 2 years have indeed been difficult. So we believe right now that after doing our research, we are more than willing and able to market this event and get us back at the forefront as one of the leaders of Caribbean Carnival. So we are excited and we are ready to, of course, to launch in our global markets.
Absolutely, and the hype is not just relegated to our 238 square miles. We know that many St. Lucians in the diaspora, the travelers who look forward to coming to St. Lucia annually for Lucian Carnival are definitely waiting to press the button on their bookings to come down to St. Lucia. And if you're one of those persons, you are out there in the diaspora, you're in Canada, you're in Georgia, Cuba, wherever you are, you can just type in, let us know where you are joining us from, and speak to us about the level of interest that you have for Lucian Carnival this year. Mrs. Lauren Charles-St. Jules, speak to us about of course we know that the promotion, the advancement of the culture is integral to the St. Lucia Tourism Authority when considering marketing. What are some of the key plans for the island source markets in amplifying our premier cultural festival?
So we will be going to market once we have announced the full list of events tonight, we will be going to market. We have some groups that we do normally promote with. We have contacted them. So we'll be rolling out a digital plan as well as, the regular trade events. All of that is included in our plan so we can actually reach. We have spoken to the airlines, as the minister mentioned. So with the combination of a digital program as well as, the grassroots development and promotion of Carnival through our diaspora, we'll be going out. We also want to make sure that when the potential travelers come back for Carnival, there's also something to do apart from doing the Carnival events. So we are now also creating all those audits of what to do aside from Carnival. Do you want to do some adventure? Do you want to do for the families? If someone is not participating in Carnival, what do you wish to do? So we're going to be piling those packages for all our potential Carnival revelers and their guests, so to ensure that everybody has a great time once they visit St. Lucia.
Wonderful. We're going to punctuate this interview with another audio-visual indulgence for our viewers right now. So do take a look at this highlight. Enjoy.
Ladies, page one ding, nous one ding now. Tout bout là, left side là, right side là, side, and allez. Now this hand la plat, 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 plat. Tête vie moute clap, 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 clap. Now this hand la plat, 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 plat. Vie moute clap, 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 clap. Now do bout là, left side là, right side là, cock up ça,
Back to our interview. Speak to us about give us some insight on what the visitor experience will be for Lucian Carnival, all things considered.
So we expect that the carnival bands here will provide the ultimate carnival experience. So what we have done is, you would have noted from May 5th, the government has relaxed some protocols. So at all our entrance points, including the airports, the seaports, we are endeavoring, first of all, to create that environment once you enter, so you know you are indeed entering the carnival city. We are working with all our stakeholders to ensure that there's smooth entrance in and out. So the experience, of course, would be seamless once they get to St. Lucia. And of course, we will be providing options, as I mentioned earlier. If you don't want to, if you are a little bit cautious about actually indulging in the carnival-specific activity, will provide a lot of options. We want to know that St. Lucia also offers, even if you are a returning national, if you're a Caribbean national, if you're a US national or European national, there's something for everybody to do. And our highlight for the summer is we are focusing on the family, but we're also focusing on adventure. There are other competing events during Carnival. So it will not be a boring event if you are not into Carnival. We're going to have an offbeat excursions for those persons who are willing to come down and visit us. But first of all, we'll ensure that your entry, once you come into St. Lucia, there'll be a smoothless transition, both coming in and getting out of St. Lucia.
Wonderful.
So the experience, for sure, once you get in, will be excellent.
Wonderful. Thank you very much to the CEO of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, Mrs. Lauren Charleston Jules. Give it up for Mrs. Charleston Jules. Of course, we will be following up with you in the media, in the news, for any word on the marketing outside of St. Lucia on this Lucian Carnival. We now continue this evening with the musical heritage that is this element to Lucian Carnival. It defines us as a people, differentiates our carnival product from the rest that's close to us. Of course, the music is what makes the parade of the bands so bomb.com. The music, the soca, the January segment is what makes the chipping down the road worth it. Is it a yes or a nay? Hello. So this is definitely something that we are looking forward to. We want to celebrate our carnival music. And for those of you not only in the live audience, but for those of you on the social media platforms, we want you to hit us up. What are some of the songs, the artists that you're looking forward to listening to in 2022? We know that many of them have been teasing us, much like the carnival band so far, showing up on the radio stations and teasing us with this carnival music. We want to know what your favorite carnival tunes are, who you're looking forward to seeing, and in the meantime, take a look at this next highlight while you ruminate.
Break the law at will and walk around smiling still. money fail again. I ain't going jail again. I could make a big ball and nothing happen at all. Just imagine.
I don't care what you say about me, I'm a party hack. I take it with black. I don't care about that. Call me name, give me blame, cause it behind me back. You can't crash this party hack.
My PM is boss, but he like when his partner smiling and doing well. Cause anytime he hear Joseph Thief, change the channel. Yeah, man! Thank you! Empire 758, so me head down to the bar straight. Have me wait, me see me side chick walk to the gate. I'm right there and then I have to try to dodge the problem. I try to sneak out to the bathroom, but that's when the woman when on me best friend. Oh Lord, what a lick so. This is so hot. You not bad in English, not bad in Spanish, but you. Just after I one drop, baby. Then try to dig it up. Who got the break one back to the shop now? Come, that's a fair one.
This one for the road.
This one for the
That's the sounds, the stage moves of music, everything from to Denry segment. We're looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it, live audience? Are you looking forward to Lucian Carnival? Yeah. I want you guys on the virtual platforms, for those of you on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram space, for you to just put in your fire emojis. Let us know that you are hyped and you are ready, you're enthusiastic for Lucian Carnival as well. And speaking of Carnival, what is Carnival without the Carnival bands?
Yep,
And
yep.
we have representatives from the major Carnival bands here on platform to speak to us. I think we're going to start with the lovely ladies on the farthest right, my farthest right. Do introduce yourselves as we go from my right to left.
I am Fian, representing Fusion Mass Carnival Band.
Asha representing Legends Carnival Band.
Beautiful.
Irvin Springer representing Red Unlimited.
Jan Seafley, and I represent Zuvo Carnival Band.
Beautiful.
Vale Tobier, Just for Fun Carnival Band.
Now, I'm not sure who's going to go first with this next question. When you heard that Lucian Carnival edition 2022 was on, what was your initial reaction?
I mean, it's long awaiting. My team, our directors are ecstatic. We cannot wait. It's like, bring on the fire, bring on the energy, bring on the vibe.
Let me see how best I could express it. 2020 was going to be probably our biggest carnival ever. The
Wow.
anticipation, the excitement, everyone was ready to go. So you can imagine when we got that news that because of COVID-19 that we had to suspend carnival. The disappointment was felt across the entire Orange community. Okay? So when we got the news that the minister was going to see we can move forward with at least some vax masks, our camp was very elated. We were, how I put it, we were over the top because for 2 years we've been rebranding ourselves. We've been looking at ways of improving our product. So the news came at a very good time for us.
Okay. Speak to us about some of the preparations that are ongoing for this July.
Well, for us at Fusion, it was a continuation because we were already in full stream for the last carnival. We already had registrations, we had a launch and everything. So coming back right now, it is just a matter of picking up where we left off.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, for Zuvo, it's a bit different because we saw, and I mean, we felt everything that happened over the last 2 years. I mean, for us, 2019 was our first year, and I think we came out with a bang. I mean, the energy, the vibe, everything was there. And so we were really looking forward to 2020, taking it to another level. And then when everything happened and we couldn't have Carnival, everybody was crushed. And I think everybody on stage here shares the same feeling.
Definitely, yeah.
We were all crushed. But for us, in terms of 2022, what we decided to do was to do a bit of a revamp, change up some of our costumes, get our revelers energized again. Because, I mean, for us, we looked at it, well, you know, they've seen those costumes for the last 2 years. As much as they still love them, and sadly, actually, some of the people actually told us they want to stick with those costumes. They don't even need the new costumes. But we figured just to attract a new demographic, get some more people that may have before not thought about St. Lucia Carnival, but after seeing all the marketing and everything that's been done for Carnival, I said, okay, let me try and jump in. So we've actually relaunched some of our costumes as of this weekend, and the response, I can tell you, has been crazy.
So once again, I'm sure everybody on the stage would agree. In 2020, we will be becoming the leading destination for Carnival. And it was going to have an awesome Carnival. So as the Just for Fun band, we kept on preparing and hoping and having conversations and driving the conversation at every point, at every end that we could get. And now we are here. The excitement is phenomenal. As we could see our revelers, we could see we are pushing forward. Again, I think the band's capacity is getting there, but I think with an open carnival, I think we can be at 100%.
I like that keynote.
Let me tell you, St. Lucia is the destination for Carnival.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Definitely.
Speak to us about the evolution of the Carnival bands, the time that you've had, the downtime that you've had. How has it provided the opportunity for you to alter your business model from just the preparation of Carnival costumes to branching out and doing other things for a revenue generation?
Well, with Legends, of course, we had to revisit a lot of our proposals with the new venue, shipping. So everything changed up a bit, but we were able to grasp our concept of a Oni Boutique Band, VIP Ultra Lounge experience. So like I said, we were elated, we were beyond, we can't wait. And of course, not only being road experience, we put on one of the biggest Juve experiences, Mess. So it's like, you just can't wait to get out there.
We know that the preparation is feverish, but what's the reception like?
The reception it has been amazing, and everybody here on stage, I'm sure could say the same, because I was quite surprised at the comments and the excitement, because as it has been stated, St. Lucia is the destination for Carnival. Yeah. Post-COVID, we were the Carnival to look forward to. That was what was being spoken about. And even on different platforms, St. Lucia is being mentioned. So, yeah, we are the Carnival right now.
I think if we look at the bookings coming in right now in terms of flights and accommodation, the only today I was trying to book a villa for a friend who is coming down for the Carnival, and almost every place I call, they already have bookings for that period. So I say the excitement has always been there. A lot of us thought that in 2021 that, COVID would have just been a passing thing and would have had carnival. So imagine being out for 2 years. So the frenzy is there. Everybody wants to know what's happening in St. Lucia. And I can tell you, there are many persons who will be making up their mind tonight as to whether they're playing mass or not.
Absolutely. For some of the more established bands, I just wanted to get from you, has the downtime provided an opportunity for new entrants to your ranks?
I'll take this one again. As you know, Red Unlimited has been here since 2006. We were seeing our band go through the cycle. So it gave us that opportunity to bring in a lot of new blood, younger faces, with the old ones still there to guide them along. As I said, that we have looked at our business model. We have tweaked things a bit. We have even taken on some new designers. So when we launch in a couple of these, there will be some surprises from Red Unlimited.
Speaking of, talk.
What?
Just off.
It's off? Okay. So once again, like you asked the question, during our downtime, we took a time to reflect our brand and see how can we grow our brand? What can we do different? Again, we sell a Revel experience. And you come to St. Lucia, it's not just about the carnival and the events, like the minister said earlier on. So we wanted to focus on truly the experience, which is St. Lucia Carnival. So we use a tagline, come for Carnival, experience St. Lucia. So during your time, there's the beach, there's the Sulphur Springs, there's food. We have so much more to offer than just a parade of the bands and a party. We know our party is extraordinary, on top of the line. I saw some of the parties already sold out. Our breakfast fete, we ain't put our tickets yet, but we have a problem. You know, Columbia they come yet. We know some of the fetes are gone. But the truth and the fact is, we want people to come in and not just focus on our carnival, but focus on our experience from the north to the south of the island, which is St. Lucia.
Absolutely.
And a point I think we missed Bill on that one was the level of collaboration between the bands to ensure that we were able to have carnival this year. I do think I've spoken to Bill as much as I have done over the last couple of months. Always, hey, why don't we try this? Maybe this can work. What about the protocols? How can? And it has really brought the bands together because we're all united towards one goal, and I'd be happy to see that we will be achieving it here tonight.
Absolutely.
Definitely. It's all about the experience. It's all about our revelers coming in, enjoying themselves. I mean, it's our product. And then they enjoy themselves, and in turn, they go out and they market for us. So it's a win-win for us.
So tickets sold out so far. We're hearing the hype is increasing day by day, even ahead of a media launch of Lucian Carnival. And we know that one of the highly anticipated aspects of Lucian Carnival is the fetes. And I just want to make mention is that, that the ministry, recognizing the Ministry of Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture and Information for embracing, endorsing these events and featuring them so prominently on the calendar of events, in addition to the pillar institutional events of Carnival. So commendation to the ministry for really taking that on. And I want to go to a video of that highlight of Carnival putting its best foot forward.
And if you have more somebody, over there, if I'm the friend them over there, if I the guy them over there.
Thank you, guys.
Sweet girls, just wine for me. Bubble up your waist, girl, just grind on me. I love how you're taking your time with me. Smooth like you wanna have my babies, yeah. Girls, just wine for me. Bubble up your waist, girl, just grind on me. I love how you're taking your time with me. Ooh, like you wanna have my babies, yeah, yeah.
Chop it on the ground, how I lie. You're full of vibe.
Strange behavior. Crazy people. Powder and flour in the air. Mess it up. Dirty up. Oh yeah. What's that crazy people jumping up in?
Somebody call my mother for me. Call my mother for me. Call my mother for me. money. For the ladies, put your left hand on your left knee, your right hand on your right knee. Now stop. Now glance. Look at yourself.
So hear me now. Don't play with man. Man pull up like 10 bad man in the band. With a drink in a me hand. Man pull up with 10 and girl in the band. Don't play with man. Man pull up like 10 bad man in the band. With a drink in a me hand.
Oh Lord, I want to mix up.
That's the best, baby.
G6 production.
That's the best, baby. That's the best, baby.
We gon' make them jump. We gon' make them turn up. We gon' make them wine. We gon' make them free up. It's the place of Bacchanal. With that vibe so magical, this carnival. I want you to find your way. Everybody on stage. If you're coming up from the mountain, when the rhythm beating in tongue, we coming wrong. The savannah grass, the savannah grass. You could see it all when it comes to rain.
Are you ready for Lucian Carnival 2022? Hey, are you ready for Lucian Carnival 2022? Come on, man. Yes. I know this is the moment, the time of year that you all present and on the virtual platform have been looking out for, hoping for would happen in 2022, coming after this downtime that we've had. Of course, we know the fets is where it's at. The fets is where it's at. And of course, we just saw the highlights of some of the fets that St. Lucia has. Of course, we know the Ministry of Tourism has really put their support and endorsement behind these activities. And we're hoping for nothing but success for every event for Lucian Carnival. Now, we want to connect with not only our live audience, but to our viewers in the virtual space. Social media and television. We just want to find out how you're feeling. We know that so many people upon the announcement of Lucian Carnival, we know they have so many fets to go to. You're really pulling out a sheet, balance sheet and otherwise, to make sure you can plan out and map out your outfits and so on. So if you have something and you have your outfits ready, you can come on to social media and tag Event St. Lucia on IG and Facebook. Let them know that you're ready. Let them know what you're coming with for Lucian Carnival 2022. Share your experience getting ready for tonight. For those of you who have come out tonight, you can post your pictures and tag Events St. Lucia on IG and Facebook. Of course, we have the dates. Having the dates saved will better prepare you for all of the events that we have coming up. You can line up your outfits, line up your pocket money, your Vex money for the fets, whatever you need to do to make sure you have a grand old time and you're not compromised in any way for this premier cultural event. And time now for the piece de resistance, I dare say, the unveiling of the St. Lucia Carnival calendar. St. Lucia, are you ready? Are you ready for the unveiling of the St. Lucia Carnival calendar? We've seen 2 years, we've had to just hunker down and mask up. But now it's time for us to mass up the place. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Yeah, man. Drum roll, please. And now for the events, I'm sure for those of you watching online and on air, we have the major events and dates on graphic. Queen Show, July 7th. Soca Monarch, July 8th. Calypso Monarch, July 9th, Panorama, July 11th, King and Queen of the Bands, July 11th, Parade of the Bands, July 18th and 19th. Are you ready? Are you ready, St. Lucia? For those of you in the diaspora, for those of you, the ever faithful travelers to St. Lucia for that time of year, we hope that you are ready. You're booked. Your finger is on that enter button to come on down to St. Lucia for the Parade of the Bands on July 18th and 19th. We invite you, the live audience, and for those of you watching on air and online, to go to eventsstlucia.com. That is eventssaintlucia.com for the full calendar. Okay? We just want to go to the Carnival, the official Carnival TVC, that is television commercial. Let it rip.
The Ministry of Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture and Information, in collaboration with Events Company of St. Lucia, Cultural Development Foundation, and St. Lucia Tourism Authority, is thrilled to announce the calendar of major events for Lucian Carnival 2022. Carnival Queen Show, Thursday, July 7th, Soca Monarch. Friday, July 8th, Calypso Monarch. Saturday, July 9th, Panorama. Monday, July 11th, King and Queen of the Bands. Monday, July 11th, and the highly anticipated Carnival Parade Experience. Monday, the 18th, and Tuesday, the 19th of July. Get into the spirit with the most happening pre-carnival parties. Wow! Bacchanal Brunch, Transcend, Hello, Escape, Euphoria, Sakafet, Aura, Color Me Red, Mess, Blocko, Soaked, Remedy, Family, Indulgence Breakfast Fete, Red Brunch, Brazen, Rum Bucket, Vice by Zuvo. Immerse yourself and dive into the deep end with a list of spectacular pre-carnival boat rides, Bacchanal and Soca Cruise, Sasla, Exclusive, Rosé, Lust, I Am Soca, Speed, Job, Skimpy Boat Ride, Silent Morning SLU, Soca Wrap Up, Body, Take Jam, SLU, Suits. Go to eventsstlucia.com for the full calendar of events. Lucian Carnival, July 7th to 19th, 2022. Nothing sweeter than that.
I know some of you, they're trying to screenshot that TVC, but don't worry, go on to eventsstlucia.com. You will get the full calendar there of what you can expect for St. Lucia Carnival. And now we go to the Carnival television commercial. Take a look.
Are you ready for the biggest, most exciting party the region has to offer the world? Lucian Carnival! From July 7th to 19th, St. Lucia will be lit with pumping rhythms and revelry, exquisite costume and pageantry, titillating steel pan beats, our ever-evolving soca and calypso music, and our homegrown deadly segment rhythm that's taking the world by storm. Don't miss out on major carnival events and competitions. Carnival Queen Show, Soca Monarch, Calypso Monarch, Panorama, and King and Queen of the Band. Keep the party going with the most happening pre-carnival events. Cap it all off with the highly anticipated Lucian Carnival Parade on the 18th and 19th of July. A road experience like no other in the Caribbean. Save the dates, July 7th to 19th, and join the party. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that. Follow us on social media at Events St. Lucia for regular updates.
And there you have it, the Queen Show, July 7th, the Soca Monarch, July 8th, the Calypso Monarch, July 9th, Panorama, July 11th, King and Queen of the Bands, July 11th, Parade of the Bands, July 18th and 19th. Again, we remind you that you can go on to eventsstlucia.com for the full calendar. At this time, we have come to the end of the official media launch for Lucian Carnival 2022 edition. We'd like to thank you so much to the live audience for being part of this auspicious occasion. And for those of you joining us on air and online, I'm talking the television audience via NTN, our social media audience via the handles Event St. Lucia, Travel St. Lucia, Caribcation, and CDF on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much. Special recognition to the St. Lucians in the diaspora, for those of you joining us in Atlanta, Canada, New York, the French territories, Florida, Georgia, and Cuba. Of course, it has been a wonderful, a lovely evening, an indication of wonderful things to come this July. Are you ready for Lucian Carnival? Are you ready for Lucian Carnival? Wonderful. I'd like to thank you so much once again. My name is Jessie Leonce. It's been a pleasure hosting for you this evening. I now invite the media to the post for the launch of the post-launch of the press conference. Thank you so much once again. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Ciao.
The Ministry of Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture and Information, in collaboration with Events Company of St. Lucia, Cultural Development Foundation, and St. Lucia Tourism Authority, is thrilled to announce the calendar of major events for Lucian Carnival 2022. Carnival Queen Show, Thursday, July 7th, Soca Monarch, Friday, July 8th, Calypso Monarch, Saturday, July 9th, Panorama, Monday, July 11th, King and Queen of the Bands, Monday, July 11th, and the highly anticipated Carnival Parade Experience, Monday, the 18th, and Tuesday, the 19th of July. Get into the spirit with the most happening pre-carnival parties. Wow! Bacchanal Brunch, Transcend, Hello, Escape, Euphoria, Sacafet, Aura, Color Me Red, Mess, Blocko, Soaked, Remedy, Family, Indulgence Breakfast Fete, Red Brunch, Brazen, Rum Bucket, Vice by Zuvo. Immerse yourself and dive into the deep end with a list of spectacular pre-carnival boat rides, Bacchanal and Soca Cruise, Sasla, Exclusive, Rosé, Lust, I Am Soca, Speed, Job, Skimpy Boat Ride, Silent Morning SLU, Soca Wrap Up, Body, Take Jam, SLU, Suits. Go to eventsalucia.com for the full calendar of events. Lucian Carnival, July 7th to 19th, 2022. Nothing sweeter than that.
From July 7th to 19th, St. Lucia will be lit with pumping rhythms and revelry, exquisite costume and pageantry, titillating steel pan beats, our ever-evolving soca and calypso music, and our homegrown deadly segment rhythm that's taking the world by storm. Don't miss out on major carnival events and competitions. Carnival Queen Show, Soca Monarch, Calypso Monarch, Panorama, and King and Queen of the Band. Keep the party going with the most happening pre-carnival events. Cap it all off with the highly anticipated Lucian Carnival Parade on the 18th and 19th of July. A road experience like no other in the Caribbean. Save the dates, July 7th to 19th, and join the party. Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that.
Follow us on social media at Events St. Lucia for regular updates.
Development's taken over, replacing the things we lack. No matter how technology try, can never duplicate things that's uniquely Lucian that we proudly celebrate. Like the way auntie wash by the river, or the way the neighbor cook. The licks you get from your grandmother for her 50 cents you took. A shilling could have buy a whole ton of rice and feed up